Yo, what's up? Making a quick vlog. We're outside. I'm picking up some trash around the building, making sure it's staying clean. Just a little recap, I guess, just a little video journal entry. I kind of fell off my rocker. Maybe that's not the right analogy. I kind of fell off my pivot. Yeah, I fell off my pivot foot. Just got back up though. I'm gonna try to cook. What's the date? It's the 29th of December, 2025. About to start 2026. This year wasn't wasted. I think it was my first year without like any severe chaos or trauma. You know, this is my first year that I've had, I think, in my adult life. That really just gave me the breathing room to kind of decide where I want to go and what I want to build. And I've kind of started, but a lot of time was wasted. So my New Year's resolution is just to waste a little less time and be more prudent with my money. Yeah, you know, because I have everything. I have great relationships. I have great people in my life that I love and care about, and vice versa. I'm really talented. I was blessed with talents and skills and common sense, and I've been boxing the last couple years, and that's been doing me really solid. I got a bright future. But it's really easy to just not see that. And I think this last year, 2025, was meant to give me the ability to be able to just recognize that and appreciate it. And thank God that I noticed that and I picked up on it. And I'm like, okay, I've forgiven myself for past mistakes, and I'm getting ready to apologize to myself, because one thing that I've heard before that has stuck with me is, don't apologize for something you're probably going to do again. So there's a lot that I don't apologize for to others, and they might not understand it now because, it's just, maybe to some people it's just a word, but I want there to be meaning behind my words and my actions and my attitudes. So when it comes to something like apologizing, I'm not going to apologize to someone unless it's never going to happen again. So that way people in my life, when they hear those words come from my mouth, they know, they can have that sense of security. They can have that faith. They can have that trust. I really want to practice building trust in others, and not taking advantage of it or just throwing it out the window. I want to be a very trustworthy, dependable man. That's a goal of mine, and I'm not trustworthy or dependable towards myself. And so, that's what I've really been working on, and I've been getting better at it. A lot of my responsibilities, I kind of just get through them. I just do them. I get them done. But there's no enthusiasm. There's no, heavy energy. There's no energy behind it, and I want to change that. So, but yeah, 2026, I got 3 things on my mind. I want to grow a genuine fan base. I want to have some eyes on me, and turn some attention into currency. I'm just going to tell you what it is and why I'm on here. I'm always going to share insight and always share my lessons and always try to uplift and motivate people. But, just know I'm on here also trying to get paid too. And then that's one. Number 2 is boxing. I want to see how far I can go with boxing. I want to actually take it seriously. I want to go. I started late. I started when I was 21, 22. I'm 23 now. I started kind of late. I'm 3-0 in amateurs. 2026, I want to try to fight more, get 15 fights, try to go to nationals, Golden Gloves, all that. I want to try to get there because I got to move fast, you know. And I'm in the community. I'm watching it happen. There's people around me who are jumping from being an amateur to Golden Gloves and boxing and nationals and all this stuff. And I even had an opportunity this past year to fight at like a Golden Gloves entry level event, like novice boxers. So there's that. I want to do a couple tournaments. I want to do at least one tournament. That's on the bucket list. Number 3, my money. I really want to work on my spending habits. There's just a lot of shit that I don't need, and there's a lot of shit that I can change to just make sure there's some change in my pocket. Even if it's change, I need to save as much as I can to be able to reach my goals. You know, I want to be, you know, 2026, I don't need to make $100,000, but I need to enter 2027 and 2028 on my way to 100K. Get 100K, and then the skills and the mindset that it's going to take to get to that 100K, I know is going to prepare me on what to do with that 100K. And people talk to me people tell me all the time, like, what if somebody like came up to you and said, yo, you can have $1 million right now, I'll just give you $1 million, or and like, here's a catch or something like that. First of all, I'm never, you know, I beat myself up enough for trading my time for money and my efforts for money, because it's wasted potential, it's wasted talent. So it bothers me enough. So when someone asks me like, yo, well, what if so-and-so gave you this amount of money to do this just one time? It's like, I wouldn't do it for 2 reasons. For 2, I'm trying to teach myself that that's not my relationship with money. My relationship with money is going to be different. My money is going to work for itself, and I'm going to be its director. It's not going to direct me. Number 2, I'll tell you right now, I've become aware with myself. I've become transparent with myself. I know for a fact if someone handed me $1 million right now, I'm not gonna make I can say it now, like, yeah, give me $1 million, I'm gonna make investments, I'm gonna buy property, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna put it in trust funds, all this shit, right? To make sure that I'm making money off of it for the rest of my life, right? Like, yeah, I could tell you that, but the truth is, you're gonna give me $1 million, I'm gonna go get everything I've ever wanted and everything that I've felt like I've been missing out on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna want to be driving the fancy car because we're all on social media all the time, and you know, we got this idea in our head like a fancy car represents success. I'm gonna buy a house, I'm gonna spoil the people in my life, I'm gonna spoil myself, I'm gonna eat out every night. That's just the honest to God truth. And I'm sorry, look, I've been broke my entire life, and I'm not shooting any shots, but I'm just saying, if you're like me, you can say whatever you want to say, but if you have enough awareness, you know, like, yeah, probably me too, bro. Yeah, you know, and I know that, you know. But if I'm at least on the path, if I'm at least learning skills and training my mindset on a road towards 100K, and I hit a point where like, I'm close to it, like, even if I got 50K in the bank savings, if I got 50,000 in the bank savings, like just liquid cash chilling, and I'm halfway there and shit, then maybe I'd be like, yeah, give me $1 million. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna sell my soul for it. I'm not gonna sell my dignity for it. I'm not gonna sell, you know, no part of myself. But I'm saying if $1 million fell in my lap, I'd accept it gracefully, because at that point I feel like, but you know what? I'm talking all this shit, but let's be real. All right, so I'm aware enough to know that if $1 million fell in my lap right now, I'd probably fuck up my life and put myself in some heavy debt that, you know, is either gonna break me or make me at that point. But, you know, coincide with that, it's hand in hand. Someone offers me $1 million right now, who's to say I wouldn't accept that shit anyways? Who's to say that I built my mindset to a place where, yeah, I'm aware that I wouldn't treat that $1 million properly, but I can say that I wouldn't accept it. Because, you know, fuck, I probably would. You know, so look at where I'm at mentally, and I'm aware of this. You know, and it was, you know, it wasn't that hard to do that. Maybe, you know, I'm speaking for myself here, but you just gotta be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself, and I've been honest with myself. So yeah, I just 2026. It's like it's not even about the new year. This is where I was already headed. I don't even care what year it is. Just just give me the next hour. Give me a chance to make a new decision within the next hour. After I put this video down, I'm gonna start working on what I'm talking about. It's not, I'm not waiting till the fireworks go up and the ball drops, because I know that vicious cycle. I know what that looks like. I've done that. I've done that on a weekly basis. But I'm better. I've gotten better. It took a while to get to a point to where like I just saw progress in myself. But I also know what I'm capable of. You can see your potential. You know what you're capable of. That's where your pride comes from. That's where your ego comes from. That's where your false sense of confidence comes from. I deal with it too. I deal with that shit. But I just got to keep getting my mind right. Eat better, sleep better, love better. That's what I want. That's what I've got now. That's what I have now. I have my mindset. I have great people in my life. I have determination. I have outlets, healthy outlets, boxing. And I need to water those things. And I haven't been, because I've been so worried on the fact, I've been so stuck on the fact that, man, I haven't been able to really enjoy all of this shit because I have no money. And it's like, it sounds logical enough. It sounds reasonable enough. Like, yeah, it's fucking hard out here because you can't, you're barely keeping your head above the water. So it's like, you're not worried about what so-and-so is doing in your life or like someone you care about, like when they come up to you and they're excited about something, it's like, yeah, okay, I don't have money for fucking car insurance this month. And that's all that's on your fucking mind. But I'm hitting a point where that's starting to fade, and it's like, okay, I need to understand what's important, because the people in my life have never been in a relationship with me because I have money. They've never liked me or spent time with me or cared for me because of the materialistic things in my life. And that's not a hard pill to swallow. That's just taking the time to be like, okay, if I said fuck the bills, fuck the money, what do I got? What's on the table? You got people that care about you. You have potential. You have determination. You have the drive in you to want to get better. You want to be good. That's if that's all I ever had for the rest of my life, I would learn to love that. I would learn to, it's not about having to learn it. It's about allowing myself. I would learn how to allow myself to be so appreciative and grateful for everything I have now. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Even the actions that I take right now, the words I share, the people I affect, it's all right now. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I've been enjoying talking to the camera and getting this stuff out. Hopefully the right people see it. I'm not going to edit it. Probably won't even put a thumbnail on this puppy. I'm just going to put it up right after I click the end button. But, yeah, man. So that's what we're looking like in the noggin. It's not a bad place to be.